all black people are bad. Same way it's not realistic to think all white people are bad. Stereotyping is a bitch. Okay? I'm a fucking Dominican. Do I sound Dominican? No. For the most part, no. I really don't. I don't have an accent. I don't speak Spanish that well. My friends always call me fucking Uncle Tom. I've never been the, stereotypical Dominican. So if you base my ethnicity as my sole fucking like identity, then you're already starting off with the mindset that I'm a piece of shit. And that's not the way it fucking works. You have to understand people for who they are. You have to get to know them for who they are before you just assume that they're bad people. Same thing with cops. You can't just assume that everybody's bad or out to get you. 100% everybody's trying to avoid you unless they call you. Nobody wants to fucking run into cops. You guys fucking bust people all the time. Pot-smoking teenagers or whatever the fuck else you guys do. So nobody wants to run into police. I don't feel great when they're fucking behind my truck. I don't feel great when they're in front of me or parked over there. I'm glad that they're out here trying to keep everything safe, but I feel like a lot of times with the justice system, people go to jail for a lot of stupid fucking shit that I don't agree with. Nothing I can really do about that other than I can't protest about it and burn something down and expect that something's going to happen. The only thing that you can do when it comes to change is be the change. Be part of the change. Start acting right yourself. Help the people around you start acting right. Okay? Teach your kids to act right, If you affect the people around you in the way that you want, then things will go in the direction that you want. You can't just expect it to just happen. You have to do something about it. You can vote the right people into offices. There's different governors. There's not just the presidential election. There's mayors. There's the fucking school board. I mean, there's just so many fucking things that you could vote on. If you wanted something to change, you have to find the people that have the same idea as you and then vote them in. And then the change will happen. Protesting, burning shit down isn't going to do dick. So I didn't go to the protests because I didn't want to be part of any of that. I didn't want to do any of that shit. I didn't want to hurt anybody or walk around with a pistol or be ready to shoot somebody or ready to get tear gassed or pepper sprayed or fight cops. I'm not out here to fucking do that shit. I'm out here for a simple reason. Live my life and take care of my friends and family. That's it. You guys need to get the idea out of your head that you need to be part of everything. You can be part of everything without physically being there. I can be part of everything right from my fucking computer. Maybe not as involved, but I'm also not doing stupid shit. I'm not going to go around burning shit down or hurting people. People need to understand that that wasn't the best fucking method of taking care of that problem. The right method is to get the right people into the offices that you want, so changes can be made within. Me going up to, it's the same fucking, I don't know, it's the same thing with everything. You can't just go up to a place and fucking destroy it, or even a person and destroy it and expect something good to happen out of it. You have to completely change the internal values of what this person or organization is doing, because then nothing's gonna happen. Somebody could fucking burn my house down because they don't want me to have anywhere to live, and guess what? I'm gonna get a fucking apartment a week later. It doesn't make sense. All it does is make you look bad. So I don't agree with the whole fucking protesting and burning shit down. I thought that was fucking stupid and just, I don't know, moronic. So I didn't attend any protests. I wasn't there holding signs. I wasn't there fucking swinging my dick around, fucking trying to get attention. I posted a couple things, sure. I gave my ideas and my thoughts on the matter, 100% sure. I supported, but I didn't agree with everything that was going down. And also, to judge every single person that was a BLM supporter as a protester or whatever the fuck is completely crazy. I just told you I completely support the movement, but I don't support the protesting and the burning shit down, and I had no part to do with it. There's all different types of fucking people. You can't just base people on, it goes back to stereotyping. You cannot take a group of people and just be like, this is them. This is every single one of them. And you can't take the actions of one person and put that on everybody. Everybody's different. Everybody's fucking brain works differently. It doesn't fucking make sense to sit there and judge people based off something that somebody else did. You think because some other fucking prick did something, automatically that means, Bernie, you're this kind of guy? No. I've never raped anybody. Just because that fucking guy did doesn't mean that I do that shit. I've never fucking stole from anybody. Just because that guy's a fucking thief doesn't mean that I am. You cannot base people like that. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Because then when you start doing it to other people, they start doing it to you, and then you get pissed. White people, a lot of times, like to base black people and put them in the same category. And then when black people do it back to them, they get offended. How the fuck does that work? When you're already doing that fucking thing, you can't take your own fucking medicine? Vice versa. Vice versa. Black people like to make fucking comments about how white people are, and then white people do it back, and it's racist. That's bullshit. Stop categorizing people based on a race or ethnicity or a religion or anything like that. You need to know people individually before you start just giving them, whatever. And everybody does things for different reasons. Everybody does things for different reasons. Somebody might have stolen because he fucking just wanted to get this fucking cool pair of shoes or whatever. And then there's other people that steal because they're trying to get fucking some bread so their little sister can eat or something. There's different reasons for everything. You cannot base, even a lot of times you can't even base actions on how people are. I know people that have done the worst of fucking things and that are the greatest of people. I also know people that have done great things that are the biggest scumbags on the planet. That's just how it is. So try not to judge people based on whatever the fuck someone else, something that someone else said or did. Judge people based on them. That's all I can fucking tell you guys. Before I said that I want to talk about something that happened in 2020 and now in 2021. Back to that, after I heard about the BLM movement, after Kobe, Chadwick Boseman passed away. He had cancer. Black Panther, shout out to him. I had an episode 7 with Manny, that he did a raffle for a mural that he did of him, or a painting, I should say. A painting that he did of him. And he raffled that off the day after the episode, and that was really fucking cool. I actually wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to start raffling off Burnin with Bernie t-shirts. I'm going to make some Burnin with Bernie t-shirts, and I'm going to be raffling them off on Facebook Live and selling them, whatever the fuck, so we can start promoting the show that way too. I'm just trying to find ways to get my voice out there even more so I can speak to you guys, I understand I'm not exactly the smartest motherfucker out here, but if I have a platform where I can give people something to listen to, I'm going to try to put positivity out there so you guys can maybe learn or take some of it with you, That's all I can fucking do. That's all I can do from fucking home, I'm not trying to fucking go out there, put myself in no fucking custodial situations. I'm all set. I'm not trying to bring that shit to work or home. I don't need 2 weeks off, quarantined or whatever the fuck. I don't want to deal with none of that shit. So I'm keeping my ass. I found a hobby to keep my ass in the house, and that's exactly what the fuck I'm doing. Keeping my ass in the house. ...2020, I had a great Thanksgiving. I think I skipped Halloween. I don't remember what the fuck I did for Halloween. I think I went to a Halloween party. I did do that. I went to a Halloween party. It was, for the most part, it was pretty safe. Had some sanitizing stations. People wore masks and stuff like that. So it was all right. I had a good time. I didn't get COVID. I didn't hear anybody from there got COVID. So whatever it worked. People didn't come through if they felt sick. People didn't come through and be messy and touching shit. So that's how I kind of spent my Halloween. After Halloween, is when I started the business and the podcast, I think it was. Or actually a little bit before that. No, it was after. It was after Halloween, because after Halloween is when I bought my truck. I bought my truck, and then as soon as I bought the truck, I got the business cards, and I started promoting the business, handing out the cards, talking to people about it, posting about it, making the page, yada yada, you know what the fuck it is. So I got to do that in 2020, which was fucking great. So there was a couple L's that we took in the beginning there. Even before that, let me go back a little bit. Back in February, I got this apartment, which was awesome. The beginning of January, I was going through a relationship, and it wasn't the fucking best. It wasn't the worst. It had its ups and downs. It was fucked up, and I ended up getting out of that. And then in February, I got my own apartment. I got this 2-bedroom. I got it by myself. It only took me 2 weeks after I moved out of my last place, and it's been fucking great. I'm actually going to move again in March once my lease is up and get a 3-bedroom, because I want to make a podcast studio, I want to make a bedroom, and then I want to make either like a gym, a little at-home gym, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Maybe just a bar room. I don't know. I just want to kind of have a bachelor pad. I don't have anybody to fucking live with, so I don't have anybody to like house. My family is good. They're fine over there where they're at. So I'm kind of just trying to make it so I'm comfortable at home. I try not to leave the house too much. Every time I step out of the house, I spend at least $100 easily. Every time I walk out of that fucking door, it's so easy. Trip to fucking Walmart, going out to eat, this, that, or the third. I'm just trying to make myself more comfortable in my home, so I'm trying to do as much as I possibly can with that, you know? If I can make my home bigger and more fun for myself, then I'll do that, because I like to have friends over. I like to have people come over, and, you know, that's that. So I've got the apartment. All that bad shit was happening at the beginning of the year. Halloween party. I started the fucking business. I started the podcast. We're on episode 10 now. It's going smoothly. The business is going smoothly. I got my truck. I got a lot done in 2020. Let me think again. I got out of a bad relationship. I got myself an apartment. I got myself a new truck. I started fucking a business. I started the podcast, and I got to spread a lot of love this year, which is honestly the biggest thing for me. I feel like I helped a lot of people last year. I did so much for so many people that I didn't have to, but that I wanted to. You know, it's just I just wanted to. When I have the ability to help people, I do it. I just, you know, that's what life is fucking about. So whenever you do have the opportunity to help somebody, just fucking do it, you know? Because if you were in a bad situation, you'd want them to help you out too. So enough about last year. This year so far. So I had a New Year's party. That was fun as shit. I didn't expect it to go down how it did. I invited just a couple of friends, but every friend that I invited had a group of friends that they were already out with. So I kind of was just like, feel free to come to my house. You know, I have the house, whatever. And I kind of set it all up. I cleaned it up. I had a nice big party here. There was good, like, maybe like 30, 40 people here. It was really packed. In the studio here, we actually had beats going on the TV here and stuff like that. And people were ciphering in the room. We had beer pong, darts. I had the hookah going on in the living room. The hookah that I bought a couple weeks ago. And, you know, I still never named that fucking thing. I named Bruce, but I never named my fucking hookah. But, you know, I had a couple things going, had a lot of space. I had to pack up the bedroom with all the fucking shit that I didn't want out in the living room and in the studio so people can have fun, and all the equipment and stuff I had to hide and shit. But it was a good fucking time. Nobody got fucking sick, and nobody came in looking sick. Everybody had a great time. Everybody went home at a reasonable hour. Everything went really fucking good. So I really enjoyed that party right up until like the end. There was like this one girl that was crying, and she didn't want to fucking leave my house. And I was sitting there like, somebody get this bitch out of my fucking house. She was sitting there bawling her eyes out. I got like 5 people around here trying to console her. This is the story that I was talking about earlier about people trying to console her. And I was like, that's not going to do dick for her, because she's laying down on my fucking couch, bawling her eyes out, crying about fucking something. I have no idea what it was because I was drunk. I wasn't even paying attention.